a different importance then. I spent many of my teenage hours among them. But back then, the forest was a place to challenge myself away from adult rules and interference. My friends and I gathered there and experimented with making Ouija boards, kissing cute boys, and choking on sneaked cigarettes. Now, as an adult, I can see how those green teen afternoons, roaming the outdoors with my forever friends, shaped me. In the woods, I found my feet and experienced freedom for the first time. But when I reached my 20s, I moved back to the angry, concrete maze that is London, and started spending all my time commuting to grey cubicles through dirty, stuffy underground tunnels. When I was feeling my most toxic and dulled, in an unhappy marriage and dealing with a bullying boss, I visited an aura reader for a magazine article I was researching. She said, "Your aura is green, but struggling with the energy around it. You need to get out into the countryside, take your shoes off and wriggle grass beneath your toes. It will save your soul." I ignored her, obviously. I was too busy for pastoral pleasures. In 2005, at the age of 29, I moved to an even angrier concrete animal, New York City, to run a weekly magazine, eating all 3 meals of the day in the office and relying on fake stimulants like espresso and slices of pizza to survive. I was grey. My life was grey. I hired a yoga teacher and took classes in my grey apartment, but I was not healthy. Green was not to be seen, apart from in the beer at the St. Patrick's Day parade that lurched its way through Manhattan every spring. My marriage fell apart, I got divorced, and I collapsed emotionally. A friend gathered me up and shipped me to a retreat in Mexico, where our days were ruled by the rising and falling sun, silent beach walks and bike rides through luxuriant forests to the water-filled sinkholes known as cenotes. While we picked fresh fruit from trees and put flowers in our hair, I picked myself up. Nature had replenished my broken heart with seashells, coconut water, and the scent of frangipani. I witnessed the power of nature again in 2010, at the age of 34, when I took time off to travel around Asia for 3 months with my second husband, Russell. We'd been struggling to get pregnant for about 18 months, and this was a fertility tour of sorts, to de-stress and think about our options while looking after ourselves and being together. We wanted to re-engage with each other and the world. In Indonesia, I went to Elizabeth Gilbert's Balinese guru from Eat, Pray, Love to ask for help. He told me that if I relaxed, meditated, got in touch with nature, and opened a nail salon, I would have 2 children. Spoiler alert, I now have 2 children, but I am not a manicurist. My most meaningful experience, however, happened in Japan a few months later, in the lush grounds of a Kyoto temple, where a local guide told me to walk leisurely through the bamboo trees in silence, stopping to smell the moss or to feel the suppleness of the different-shaped leaves. I felt like an Asian-inspired Wordsworth, meditating as I walked the undulating path, my senses hugged by a falling confetti of cherry blossoms. I could feel the anxiety caused by months of worrying whether I would ever be able to conceive a child or not, drift away as I allowed myself to be washed in green. It was a powerful feeling, and one I decided to try to bring home with me. 13 months later, I gave birth to my son. I reconnected with nature in a meaningful, life-saving way, and forest therapy, seasonal ways to embrace nature for a happier you, will help you to, too. It offers a simple prescription for a better life. Get al fresco. A lot of what I will share with you is common sense. You simply need to be reminded about it. It's a return to a way of living that previous generations, heck, even our parents, embraced more than we are now, and it's paired with the wealth of research into mental, physical, and emotional health that is now available to us. Why